We've had a president go to war with the system that was supposed to hold him in check. One who saw the press as an enemy and who tried to turn federal agencies into political tools. One who demanded loyalty, punished dissent, and treated checks and balances like obstacles. It happened in the 1970s, and the country came close to a full constitutional crisis. Richard Nixon didn't campaign on corruption. He promised strength, order, and a return to American greatness. Sound familiar? But behind closed doors, his presidency revolved around secrecy and control. He authorized secret bombings in Cambodia. He tried to use the IRS and FBI to target political opponents, and approved illegal wiretaps on journalists and staff. He didn't trust the bureaucracy. He trusted loyalty. Sound familiar? When the Pentagon Papers threatened to expose years of deception in Vietnam, he tried to stop newspapers from publishing them. And when leaks kept surfacing, he created a White House unit to plug them. And that same crew later helped organize the Watergate break-in. Knowing all this, the question I want to focus on is, so how did it stop? I think it's important to keep in mind that it was not through one grand gesture. But Nixon was taken down through a cascade of resistance. Some of the critical efforts were reporters at the Washington Post kept digging, Congress held hearings, subpoenaed tapes, and drafted impeachment articles, judges ruled that the president could not block the press or withhold evidence, Justice Department leaders resigned rather than follow corrupt orders. And when Nixon tried to fire the special prosecutor investigating him, the public lit up the phones in Congress. The system shuddered, but it didn't fall. Eventually, the truth came out. The tapes were released, and in August of 1974, Nixon resigned. That was 50 years ago. And now, in 2025, we're hearing some familiar echoes, eh? We have a president who came back to power by speaking the language of grievance and revenge. He's removed prosecutors and civil servants involved in cases against him. He's reinstated a system to reclassify thousands of federal workers, making it easier to fire them if they don't align with his agenda, aka fealty over function. His Justice Department is pursuing critics like James Comey, Letitia James, John Bolton, in cases that many observers see as political payback and or completely incompetently put together. He's revoking access for independent media, moving press space away from reporters who challenge him, and pushing through laws to cut funding from public broadcasters. Oh, and filing billion-dollar lawsuits against major media outlets. There are still people pushing back. We see journalists, watchdogs, some members of Congress, a few courts, but the stress on the system is very real. And even some of the guardrails we built after Watergate have been weakened or chipped away. The real lesson from 1974 isn't just that the system worked. It's that people made it work. It wasn't perfect or instant, but enough reporters and officials and citizens stepped up and chose their oath over their comfort. So now we face a moment that asks the same question in a different way. When power overreaches, when institutions are bent toward personal loyalty, will we show up again? What's one thing, just one, that you can do this month to help hold the line. Because the Constitution does not defend itself. We do.